Hello, and welcome back to Chronically Joyful. I am Kat Weston, and as per norm, I'm a little bit of a hot mess express today. However, I come to all of you with very exciting news. Our Chronically Joyful logo hath received a lovely refresh. It is a little bit more me. It's a little witchy. It's got some moons because we like to make magic on this channel. So join me in celebrating our new YouTube banner, our new logo, and everything in between. I am super excited about it. But today, this is going to be short, sweet, and simple, where I've been experiencing symptoms in the last 2 weeks or so that I just kind of wanted to talk about a little bit with you all today and do a little gentle reminder that I've had to tell myself ad nauseum during this period of time and would like to share said wisdom with all of you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hello. All right. So over the last about 2 weeks, I've had some really interesting symptoms with optic neuritis specifically. That one keeps coming back to haunt me out of unexpected corners. But some things that have occurred in the last couple of weeks. Number one, I donated blood for the first time literally ever because apparently, fun fact, that is the only way to learn your blood type is to donate blood. So at this embarrassing age, I finally did so. And I'm amazed that it hasn't bruised because that was the biggest needle I've ever seen in my entire life. Thank God for tattoos and Ocrevus infusions because I saw that thing and was just like, ha, jokes. But for people who are like, I don't like needles, you might not want to donate blood. That thing was awful. It was scary to look at, I'll be honest. But yes, I will be learning what my blood type finally is. I'm an organ donor, but I have no idea what blood type I am. So this is very exciting for me. I'm ready. But I did that on Monday this week. It is Wednesday today, so 2 days ago. And I left. I felt fine. I felt great. And then 2 hours maybe went by. And I just wanted to lay down on my desk at work and just take a nap. I was so pooped and I just never recovered that night. And the next morning I woke up and I had a pretty severe headache and optic neuritis set in. So for me, I actually prefer to have optic neuritis symptoms than diplopia symptoms. And for those who are not aware, optic neuritis is vision symptoms, as is diplopia, but diplopia is double vision. So whenever I experience diplopia, I like to call it my snail eyes because I just feel like my eyes are doing one of these and it's like they can't focus. But optic neuritis, personally, the only symptoms that I've really experienced severely with that is I get uncomfortably excessive pain behind my left eye. And it's like touching here and putting pressure helps. And it kind of refocuses the world, but at the same time, the pain is excruciatingly unbearable. And I know you're not supposed to go to the gym, do heavy lifting after the first 24 hours after giving blood, but I'm me and I'm like, movement's medicine. So I did go Tuesday and I did a very lightweight leg day, including body weight and nothing serious, but it was 30 minutes and I was like, I need to go home. I gotta go. I did not feel well at all. And the headache just got worse and worse. That is the most recent bout of optic neuritis that I have had. I'm also having cog fog. I can't speak. I can't live. I have a much needed vacation from work coming up next week that I'm excited for because I literally, my brain is already gone. It's out there somewhere. So bye, brain. I'll see you there next week. But actually, before the blood giving experience, days before that, last week, fleetingly, I had optic neuritis symptoms still where I was just in excruciating pain, didn't know what was onsetting it, and it just sitting in dark, quiet places really helps me. So I'm really grateful that is not active today. I feel pretty good. Thank you. But that is definitely something that has been happening. On top of that, too, this finger, my left index finger, has been tingling all day in such a bizarre way that I took Puddles out to potty this morning And it felt like I had a tiny hair trapped under this ring, and then it was just like tingling and touching me and all these things, and I like lost my mind a little bit, but then realized that it was just my little fingy was tingling, and I didn't know why. So I think my body is trying to talk to me. So I think this vacation couldn't be better timed. I'm planning to do a lot of rest and relaxation, time with family, hopefully lots of time with friends, and a ton of time in nature. So let's hope that symptoms start to decrease and that we all remain as healthy as we possibly can. Okay, this leads me into my actual point here, which is something I've had to continuously reiterate to myself in times of not fright. I haven't been scared. These are not new symptoms to me, but I have been uncomfortable and being like, well, why is this happening? Things are going really well. Why do I feel like shit? And just, I wanted to share the gentle reminder that I've been giving myself with all of you fine folks, which is just, it's okay to slow down. In fact, it's actually like a hard necessity and requirement, and something that is beneficial in the end. And that's hard for a lot of people to actually do and accept as true, where for me, I write a to-do list in this journal every single morning. I have a blog post about what I put in that journal every single morning, because it also includes gratitude and daily affirmation. But just having my to-do list over the last about 2 weeks while I've been experiencing this influx of symptoms, and fully surrendering to the fact that I didn't do any of it. I didn't do any of it. I honestly spent a ton of time either binge watching The Nanny or turning the lights down really low and just like meditating on my couch with a lit candle and just turning my brain off and being completely okay with that. And that's hard, especially when it's like, hey, I've neglected to like scrub the bathrooms for over a month now, and I really need to do that, which I did it yesterday, I promise. But just being okay with doing nothing. Honestly, it's very challenging, but it is also very rewarding, where I've had to remind myself too that things do not have to be moving visibly to actually be moving. And what that means is that oftentimes things that are bridging you towards better outcomes are happening behind the scenes. You're not visually able to pick up on these things, versus like things are always moving, at least in my opinion, in your favor. And wherever you're trying to go, you might not see the actions being taken on the backside to get you there, but it's happening. And as a witchy being with my new and improved moon logo, I do believe in little moments of magic. And in order for those little moments of magic to occur, you've got to put faith in the unseen. And I had to tell myself this ad nauseum over the last 2 weeks, because what is the main thing that I constantly convey on this channel? That's correct! That I'm going to miraculously heal my MS somehow through my pure belief and obvious actionable items like being on top of my diet and being an active person and exercising and walking and moving my body and hydrating and doing all the things you're supposed to do as a human, but also just really focusing on the fact that I really truly do believe in my heart of heart, my soul of souls, that even though I can't see the visible proof, it's still happening. It is still healing. And having little setbacks like this, numbness and optic neuritis and all of these other symptoms that I've been experiencing fleetingly, I've had to check myself. And I have a blog post coming out on Friday this week, tomorrow, when I just completely lost my train of thought again. Cog fog in real time. I'm leaving that in here. But that post is all about... I'm only slightly embarrassed that I completely forgot what the blog was about, but it's back. It is about remaining mindful of your inner conversations, because we're human And humans have the tendency to thought spiral, where if something happens in your day you're not expecting, it is not a desirable outcome, we tend to latch onto that, give it all the bad meaning in the world, and let it spiral out of control until more bad things happen. The work I've been doing over the last year, year and a half, 2 years has been really intentionally trying to shift focus in those moments and be like, okay, this happened. I accept that this happened. I feel bad that this happened. Let myself feel that in the moment and then move on. So putting this back in the example of the last 2 weeks of symptoms, as I'm standing in the middle of the gym, like about to pass out from blood loss and everything else, and holding my eyeball that I feel like is going to roll out of my head, I just started laughing. And I was like, what a hilarious thing to see from an external point of view who has no idea I have MS. I'm just like this chick in the gym who's lifting stupid light that isn't even trying that much and looks like she's dying. But also just like I try to find the humor in everything to a point. I realize that I use that as a coping mechanism, and I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying not to numb my feelings. I'm trying to let myself be and actually experience these things in real time. But I'm human, which means I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And your definition of perfect, maybe you are perfect in your eyes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I clearly, like, I'm taking you on this cogfog journey with me. I'm struggling hard this week. That vacation couldn't come faster. It's a staycation too, so I'm literally just gonna nap and eat snacks, and it's gonna be so great. But just, it's blind faith and trust that no matter what is happening in your external circumstances right now, whatever is happening in your life, it's gonna be okay. It is always okay. Things are always working in your favor as long as you have faith that they are. So as I'm experiencing minor blindness and pain and cog-fog and vicious fatigue, and I'm just crying out of nowhere, like everything is just imploding. I'm still trying to remain mindful of my inner conversations. I'm trying not to assign meaning to these negative circumstances and be like, yeah, this means this bad thing. Like, I'm intentionally not being like, I'm having these symptoms, which means that I must be flaring or relapsing or progressing or anything in between. It's like, no, I'm just having a weird week. It's in the air. And just accepting that. And then reshifting my focus back to where I want it to be, which is that, no, I'm having a hard week to 2 weeks, but that doesn't mean that my brain isn't still healing. My brain is absolutely still healing, and I can take action to make that truer. Where I'll be honest with y'all, my weekends have been questionable. I'm spending a lot of time with friends and family, and it's summertime, which means that I'm drinking way too much, which always gives me bad side effects and pain and everything in between. My skin still hurts from the weekend, and I'm making poor decisions instead of actually sitting with my feelings. I've been doing numbing activities again and just pretending it's not happening. Not ideal, not healthy, not what we're going for here. So now I'm trying to reel it in for myself and remain accountable in the things that I'm doing in order to better achieve the goals that I have. So this is just a gentle reminder that things don't have to be visible for them to be working in your favor still. And it's okay to slow down. Make sure you're resting, you're taking care of yourself, you're putting your mental, physical, every type of health first in your daily life, and then you are still building your empire as you go. So hopefully this one was short, sweet, and to the point for you, but that is all I have for you. I'm actually going to hit pause and update y'all on Puddles before we go see what she's doing. So Puddles went to see a new vet. Yay, new vet. And that is because I've been trying to get this poor dog, she's about 1.5 years. I've been trying to get this poor dog on HeartGard medication against worms and parasites since she was born. She's already experienced whipworm, which was terrible. But I just got a call from the new vet that we saw yesterday already today, and I wanted to share some of the good news with all of you because Puddles is the best part of this entire podcast, let's be real. So number one, she is worm-free, and the whipworm is totally gone, which I was hoping because that was a while ago. But she is totally worm-free. Her poopy tests came back good. She's healthy on the inside. And the reason I actually took her was because she's got one very large lump on her side, and then she's got a smaller lump on her front shoulder, and like they both started growing, and it was concerning for me, but just got those test results back as well. They are benign cysts. They are harmless, and if I so choose to have them removed, they should not come back. So all of the good things for Miss Puddles and her testing. She does have an ear infection, but I'm thankfully able to treat that at home, so she's on the mend. So for anyone that has known me and or my pup, she is the bougiest dog on planet Earth. I would never trade her for the world. Bernese Mountain Dogs are still the absolute best, sweetest, most affectionate, loving little balls of fluff you'll ever meet. However, they're also incredibly bougie. So when she's not pooping on the furniture, which has not happened since she got spayed, I don't know how those two things are correlated, but I'm going to take it, knock on wood. She has not pooped on the furniture, and now everything is just coming up Puddles. So we appreciate you being with us. She appreciates you being with us as she's barking in the background. And I appreciate all of the love for her, the well wishes, and everything in between. So thank you for remaining chronically joyful with me this week. It is always a pleasure to palaver with you all. And if there's any specific topics you would like me to discuss in the future, please keep sending them my way. It makes this so much easier for me. There are times and weeks where I'm like, I got nothing to say and I'm tired of hearing myself talk. And then somebody will slide into my DMs like, hey, this would mean a lot to me for you to talk about sometime. And it is insanely helpful. So thanks to all of you who continue to take this journey with me, sending me your ideas and giving me your energy. I feel it in my heart and I appreciate you all so much. The light in me sees the light in all of you. And I hope that you have the most amazing Thursday. Do you want to tell the lovely internet about your good news? How you tested negative for all the types of wormies out there? And how all your little lumps and bumps are benign? You're a healthy girl. Yay, we love that for you. She's healthy. Healthy, benign, lumpy bumps and no wormies for Miss Puddles. We love you. You're the best. Thank you, Miss Puddles.